right now you're not healing yourself. Your spiritual blocks are your spiritual books, right? So wherever you're experiencing blockage is just the area that you're currently studying. So if you're experiencing poverty, it's because you're actually studying prosperity. If you're experiencing loneliness, it's because you're actually studying connection and relationships. And when you heal this aspect of your journey because of your sphere of influence and all of the people that you impact through your message and your mission, you are going to be able to help and support thousands, possibly millions of other people heal this aspect within themselves. So this is important for you to figure out. And in terms of your acts of rebellion and things like that, I just want to say two quick things. One is I feel many of us make choices out of a sense of identity rather than what we actually need and want. And I'll explain what I mean. I have an aunt, and I remember visiting them in Jordan, and she was like, wow, you're looking really healthy, your skin is really glowing, like what are you doing, how can I do more of that? I was like, okay, like let's look at what you do, and starts her day with coffee and cigarettes. I'm like, okay, well, there's the first thing. Let's maybe start the day with half a liter of water. And her response was, I don't like water. And all of a sudden she was a petulant 9-year-old. And I looked at her and I was like, who cares what you like? Your body likes water. So you can either do it for yourself or you can do it for your body. Now, your body pumps 2,000 of gallons of blood every single day. It keeps you breathing in your sleep. It makes 25 million new skin cells every second. Your body is doing so much for you. Do you think maybe you could kind of do something for your body? Right? And this is the thing where I feel like so many people make their choices from a place of ego and from a place of identity, habituated patterns and beliefs. And it's like, if you just stopped for a second and just asked yourself, what does my body want right now? And then when you're like, I really crave a pizza, I really crave a donut, just ask yourself, does my gastrointestinal tract really crave a donut right now? You know what I mean? And when you reframe the question like that, you'll probably find the answer is no. If you're like, a kale juice, I don't want a kale juice, then ask yourself, does my microbiome and my gut flora want a green juice? Heaven, yes, right? So it changes the conversation. So it's like, who are you rebelling against? Are you rebelling against yourself? In which case you have your own civil war going on, and that's not going to help anyone. So when we do things that are deep down right for us, rather than pandering to our ego, which is our sense of identity. And that's a big one. And for a lot of people, they're ruled by it, not just their identity, but the identity that others project on them. It's like, you are this kind of person, right? Like all of the vegan police. Wait, Gina, but you said you were a vegan. How come you had honey on your whatever, right? And this is where these days I'm kind of moving beyond labels. So when someone says like, what are you? I'm like, you're asking me to define myself, and I'm not going to. What I can tell you is that I'm 95 to 98% plant-based, but on occasion I will have some meat. And I refuse to let people categorize me and put me into boxes because I don't fit in a box. And as I grow and change and evolve as a person, the nature of the containers that I function and play within also change. So why would I confine myself and conscript myself to this predefined thing that I have to like live into for the rest of my life, regardless to what changes? I would much rather go on this exploration and find out who I am, right? Design your life rather than let other people define your life. Money is attracted to the frequency of desire and fun, not your need for safety.
Oh, yes, there it is.
And I was like, I've been trying to get money from a need for safety. Oh, but I need to pay for my bills. I need to pay for my food. I need to pay for my rent. I need to pay for my... Like, money's not attracted to that. Imagine if you want to like call up a friend of yours, right? Or a lover. And you're like, I really need you to do this, and I need you to do that, and I need you. Like, it's like, whoa, dude, like, I need some space. And that's what money does, right? It's like, too much needy energy going on over here. I'll be over there. And instead, if you call up money, you're like, hey, there's this amazing dress that I saw, and OMG, it's going to look crazy when I put it on. Can you come help me buy it? Money's like, yeah, Let's do that. All right, let's find a way to get you that dress. Yeah. Oh, here's an idea. Contact that person. Remember that person who wanted coaching back in the day, but you never responded to them? Reach out to them now. And you'll start getting all these nudges and impulses because now you are floating on the frequency of desire and fun. And when you do that, money then aligns to make it possible. Because, like, who wants a heavy, needy relationship? Nobody. What people want is desire and fun. So when you bring desire and fun, and a lot of people bring up money when it's not around, right? Imagine that, like, if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever is watching, and all you did was criticize them for when they never show up for you, for when they're doing their own thing, for when they're taking their space. And every time they do something for you, you just completely ignore them. How long do you think that relationship will last? And yet that's what people do with money. Like, oh, money didn't show up for me today to pay my rent in time. Meanwhile, money's been paying for all your school books. Money fills up your car with gas. You know, whenever all of the restaurant meals that your parents took you to when you were a kid, money paid for that. All of your clothes that you've had up until this point in life, money paid for that. And it's like, we're so good at blaming money, but not acknowledging money for everything that it has done for us. And so when you shift your relationship with money and start to genuinely treat it like a good friend and like a lover, I love the question that I hear like some big entrepreneurs say, which is like, if money were a person, would it want to sleep with you based on how you talk about it and treat it? And if the answer is no, you need to look at that. And so when I started to shift these things, money was just showing up. Money was like, here you go, Tariq. Hey, that thing that you wanted, boom, there it is, yours, done. Anything else you want? What other desireful and fun things can we create together? And that's the shift. And I speak this as somebody who was like living in a tiny rented room in Bali and was like, oh, I can't pay for anything, right? So I've been there. And this is the shift that can happen in the space of a few years when you unlock and liberate yourself in this way, which is actually also, incidentally, an act of self-love.